Hey Bushra, Daphne here. Thank you for sending your essay in for correction to IELTSpodcast.com. Great to have you here with us to get some feedback on your essay. So noted your points here. You haven't done it before, struggling with the time of the writing, okay, and getting ideas, and you're aiming for Canada. Fantastic, how exciting. So let's look at this letter first. So, oh, sorry, back at the top of the page there. Here we go. The prompt. You hired a car while you were driving. You had, don't know who wrote that, a small accident. You have to report it. Okay. When and where you hired it, what happened, and what kind of action you want them to take. Okay. So, dear sir, yours faithfully, but that's not a capital, that's ordinary. There should be a comma there, and then you should write your full surname. Just write XXX, it doesn't really matter, but you have to write your full name there. That's the sort of format of the letter. So I want to bring to your notice that I rented a Toyota for 7 days, from your branch in, okay, there's much too much technical detail here. That is a lot of words, but not necessary. That is also a lot of words, but also not necessary. So I wouldn't waste your chances of getting a good score on that. It was supposed to be returned tomorrow, how we ran into a small accident. Okay, let's just look at the grammar here. I want to bring to your notice. Okay, I would kind of say I am writing to inform you of an incident that happened last week or something like that. And then, so it's very important to, first, you said I want to bring your notice, which is okay, but this is slightly more formal, would be better. So I'd start with that, reason for writing. And then here, I rented a Toyota. You need an article there. But for 7 days, for a 7 days trip, another article. To the northern areas, another article, watch out, from your branch. Okay, it was supposed to be returned. This is a passive infinitive. Tomorrow, have we ran into a small accident and the car has been damaged. So a lot of little things there, but they would, they're very important on points, okay, articles, and the tenses, passive, verb, and then present perfect here. Let me explain the situation. I wouldn't use that, it's too informal. But this is right here, we were on our way. And her hands up, and Henry wrote, okay, should that be a capital? When suddenly a heavy rock fell from or on, I think maybe on preposition, the top of the car's front, it cracked the front mirror, lightly dented the front sheet of the car, damaged my headlight, okay, good. However, the car was still in working condition, so we used it for completing our trip. Absolutely perfect, lovely. Now, as per your company policy, we were working on, we have been, or we have organised for works to be done. That would be really nice grammar. We have organised, present perfect, for works to be done, passive infinitive again. The front mirror and lights have been replaced, present perfect. While the car is still at the, maybe like, has been replaced. However, not while, however, the car is still at the garage, just quite simply. Please send me one more day to complete the, we would say repairs, but that's very polite, well done. And then look forward to cooperation. Well, not really. Returns, after which I will come to your offices to discuss the matter further. I think you need this idea about action. So this is the action. I need a bit more time, but then I'll come to your office. Okay? So quite a lot of things in there. You get the idea. It's really about accuracy. And for me, this is all about practice. Yeah? IELTS is all about practice, getting good feedback. This is what we try and do here. And then you know what your mistakes are, and then you can not make them again. So international marketing is sometimes seen as invasive and an intrusion. This is a difficult essay. We need to show the examiner we know what these words mean. Others argue it's a necessary and economical form of education. Okay. So the impacts of international marketing in a country is a quite debatable topic. Okay, quite, do you mean a little bit or often debated? Quite, not quite sure about that. And then this essay is really about advertising. So advertising in a country is what we're talking about here. Not just trade, as in selling goods, but advertising as in how they're sold. Many people believe that marketing foreign goods and services in the country causes harm to local things and culture, but others argue it's important and a cheap way to spread ideas. Okay, you get the idea, but what's happening is that you're kind of almost taking too much of this. It's like you're paraphrasing, but you're paraphrasing exactly what you can see rather than really understanding. So for me, I think you'd need to go a little bit further away from this. So many people believe causes harm to local things. I wouldn't use things, it's a little bit abstract. And culture, why? So I'm going to put in here a big why. You have to think about me saying why. Like, because it is often inappropriate. Good word here. You think of how advertising sometimes is just not right for that country. Others argue it's important and cheap way to spread. Yeah, so paraphrase this. To enable people to understand each other better. You can go away from those actual words. It's an opinion essay, so I want your opinion in here. And then I want your opinion again at the end of the essay. So opinion in here, it's an opinion essay, okay? This is to do with the structure, really important for IELTS. Yeah, the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, what I normally say to my students is that this is a bit empty. So the advantages, I want you to say, including and disadvantages, particularly something. So I want more in here. Yeah. So why it should be limited. So that is your opinion that it should be limited. So give me your opinion. So again, the structure. It's, if you've never done IELTS before, it doesn't. You're not meant. It's difficult. If you're studying on your own, it's difficult. The course that Ben does is literally takes you in 12 sentences how to do this essay, how to put it all together, and then after that, it is practice. So, international marketing is believed to be a source of knowledge of other countries' culture, language, and products, because link this together. It gives the opportunity to locals to make better decisions in terms of using the best resource available in the country. Not only theirs, but by watching international adverts, they learn important foreign traditions and language, which helps them reflect their own personality. Okay, interesting. Good sentence there. This is a little bit vague. I'd like to know what you mean. How do you mean what better resource? Well, I mean, I would say purchasing the best and most suitable products, something like that. To be more specific here, but I really like this sentence here. That is great. Well done. For instance, capital letters. The Turkish show, capital letter, endorsed to Pakistanis by their president, has helped. So, present perfect. People not only to learn some everyday words of Turkish, but also understand the Islamic history. Excellent. The Islamic history, and I would go better understand. So, good ideas here. Instances of why international advertising campaigns and foreign awareness, or promoting foreign awareness, should be. Oh, you've got should be encouraged. Maybe I'd change that. Doesn't matter. But that's a nice paragraph. Well done. Good example there. However, so careful. You can't have on the one hand if you haven't got on the other hand. Careful on the coherence, the structure. However, it can be argued, or some people argue, that marketing international products could do more harm so you're saying the negative things. And I think rather than this could help, I think you want to have this is because you're not, help sounds positive, but here you're negative. So this is because promoting foreign customs, okay, this is because by promoting foreign customs and inspiring and possibly inspiring people, some people, now we're using people a lot, consumers maybe, who do we mean here, might start shopping. So not only do they choose foreign products over local, well, and you understand this absolutely, but also start talking a foreign language. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'd never heard that before. That's quite interesting. For instance, the impact of Western movies, capital and advertisement is such that people in Pakistan try to copy them, okay, to be considered more advanced and knowledgeable. That's very interesting. No, either. Sorry, forgive me. It is for these reasons that foreign marketing could harm local customs and might directly impact economic growth for countries. A very interesting thought there. Very interesting. Relate this back to advertising as much as you possibly can. So here we're talking about consumers, and then here viewers, people who are exposed to this, who like the idea, who maybe it's like exposure to foreign ideas. They might adopt them. So there's quite a lot of vocabulary, you're right, to kind of build in. Best way to build up your vocabulary, by the way, is by reading. The more you read and note down new vocabulary and how it's used, then practice it yourself in your essays. That really helps. So rather than this, you want to go, in conclusion, I believe. So it is an opinion essay. So restate your opinion here. So you don't need that, essentially. I would take those 2 lines out. So in my opinion, or universal marketing should be limited to advertising only products or goods, consumables or goods. Absolutely. So you've got lots of good things going in there. What I think you need is some guidance and some structure in this, a bit of work on the grammar, a bit of work on vocab, and just understanding really what the IELTS examiner is looking for. So if we can offer you further help, Ben's course really just covers so much of these difficult things that students find really hard. We've been doing this for a long time. We're ex-examiners. We know what we're talking about. I hope you found this really helpful. Well done.